Are live, another episode of Clams and Claws. It is Saturday, March 2nd, Joey. We've hit the month of March. March Madness is around the corner. My good friend Joey Clams. How you doing, Joey?
I'm doing good. And Carson, tell everybody how hot we are with this college basketball all week.
Dude, we've been absolutely on a heater, man. Joey Clams, he's been sending out fire. We're going to try to get you guys some fire picks today. A bunch of college basketball games today. We're going to talk about a little bit of NFL relating to Justin Fields. Possibly, we got the combine coming up as well. So a lot of exciting stuff going on in sports. But yeah, we're gonna get right into it. But yeah, we'll get you guys the college basketball picks later on. If you guys have any questions about any of the games today, feel free to let us know in the comments. But Joey, your thoughts on the whole Justin Fields thing? Is he going to stay a Bear? Is he going to get traded? Do the Bears have to take Caleb Williams? What are your thoughts on that whole situation?
Yeah, I think the Justin Fields time is over with the Chicago Bears. He took himself off their social media or their contact. I mean, something like that. If they wanted to keep him, they would have made it right. They're sitting at the combine, telling everybody, "Here's what we want," and they're getting feedback like, "Well, here's what we're going to offer."
Mm-hmm.
I'm hearing that he's going to the Falcons, almost a done deal.
Wow.
I heard that they told him you're going home, so that'll be a good fit for
right, because he's from Georgia, isn't he?
He's from Georgia. Yeah. So he's going home. So that's what and the market is showing it. He's like a 4-1 favorite or 3-1 favorite to go to the Falcons right now.
Mm-hmm.
And that looks like that. And then there's the biggest free agent is Kirk Cousins. And wondering if he's going to go back to the Vikings or if somebody's going to give him. He's 35 years old, coming off an injury.
Yeah. For sure. But yeah, there's a bunch of teams in this draft, that need a quarterback. You wonder what the Commanders are going to do at pick 2. Are they going to stay with Sam Howell? Are they going to take another quarterback? The Patriots, they kind of have to take a quarterback, in my opinion. I don't think you can keep playing Mac Jones and Bailey Zappi. So they got to probably move on from that as well. We'll see what the Giants do. The Giants, there's been talks about, hey, they might shock everyone. I know they just paid Daniel Jones, but they might jump ship already. So we'll see what happens in the draft. Joey, your Jets are picking early in the draft this year. Do you have a player in mind that you like? What's the position that you think your Jets need?
We need a tackle.
Mm-hmm.
We need offensive line.
Yeah.
You have to protect the quarterback. You see what you did. Offensive line was the worst in football.
Yeah.
You have to win in this league. You got to protect the quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
The quarterback is your prize. It's your golden goose. You have to protect it. You can't throw the ball to receivers and weapons if you're not protecting the quarterback. You start with the trenches. Build the offensive line.
There you go. Kenny's joining in. What's up, Kenny? He says the 3 dynamic duo. Good morning, boys. Lots of action today, and I'm ready for some props. He also says, I have a funny feeling if the Commanders don't take Drake May, the Giants are going to try to trade up with the Patriots. Wow, that would be something, Kenny. That would be crazy on draft night.
I think the Washington is going to pick Daniels.
Jaden Daniels?
Yeah, because I heard the coach talk about, like, they were asking about each quarterback, and when they asked him about Daniels, give me one word, he says game changer.
Wow.
So that's a little and the guy Howe, he wasn't protected at all. He was tough.
Right.
He was tough. What do you think about Howe?
Yeah, in his rookie season, I thought he did pretty good for the Commanders. He I think he was up there for like passing yards, like top 5 in passing yards this season for all quarterbacks. So, first year with a new team, rookie season. That would be. They could easily take Daniels, but I think it's way too early to give up on Howell, especially after his first season. So we'll see what happens in the draft.
Yeah, I would if I'm Washington, I would trade the pick and just get some draft picks. They need a lot of help.
Mm-hmm.
They need a lot of help.
For sure. So that's going to be interesting, guys. We obviously got that coming up at the end of April. The draft is in Detroit this year, so I'll be down there as well. So we'll be having a good time.
What number pick you guys got?
We got pick 29. So who knows if we're going to stay there, if we're going to move up, if we're going to trade back. We might take another running back. I honestly have no idea what will happen, Joey. So it'll
You
be fun
see,
to watch.
Barkley, he's looking for 13 million, 2 more million than the Giants gave him last year.
Yeah. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what happens with that whole
I say a good fit for him is probably the Cowboys or the Houston Texans.
right. Yeah, because Pollard's on the move. They might trade Pollard, the Cowboys, this free agency. So
Yeah, he was a disappointment last year.
yeah, he was for sure.
He was a disappointment.
So yeah, that's kind of all the NFL stuff we got, guys. Kenny's saying I would take a chance on Sam Howell. That O line was really bad for Washington, and then he's referring to my GM. He says he likes to move up. Yeah, he does, Kenny. So we'll see what happens with that. But yeah, that's kind of NFL news we got going on right now, and then it's mostly college basketball. Joey's been on an absolute tear the past couple of days, hoping to keep it moving for you guys. If you guys have any thoughts on any of the games today, let me know. But Joey, the first one we got here is SEC country. We have Alabama taking on Tennessee.
Yeah, we're gonna go with the Alabama Crimson Tide here, 7-0 at home against the spread. They're really tough at home, and it looks like every college team has been winning at home. And Tennessee, I think, is like 3-6 on the road.
Yeah.
So we're gonna go with the Tide here. Roll Tide. I think what's the line we got there? 2.5.
Yeah, -2 you have.
Yeah, -2. I think that's kicking up to 2.5s out there. Be safe if you want to go on the money line and marry it and connect it with somebody, or you want to lay the 140 or 145 with the Tide. Then go ahead and do that. I like the Tide at home. They just they shoot better from the 3 at home. So we're gonna go with Alabama with the home team. It's gonna be a ruckus scene there down there, 8 o'clock tonight Eastern in Alabama.
And again, this is where the cream rises to the crop, like Joey always says. You got March Madness coming up. This is pretty much the last final week of conference play. Then you get into the conference tournaments, and then it's March Madness. So you're going to really start to see who's the frauds and who's the contenders. So Alabama, I like a lot as well, Joey. Next up, you have Eastern Washington against Montana State, Joey.
Yeah, this is a big game for Eastern Washington. They could put up points. Montana State has a hard time shooting the ball. I just kicked up to 11. I'd still lay the 11. Maybe I lay 11.5 or maybe 12 the most on this game, but I like Eastern Washington in this game.
Nice. You got this is a good one. Gonzaga and St. Mary's.
Yeah, you know what? I'm on the St. Mary's train. I like them in the tournament, but for some reason, you know what? I like the Bulldogs tonight. I like Gonzaga.
Yeah.
I think I think they're going to come out to play. This is a rivalry game. You know what? They're getting disrespected. They're on the bubble with the tournament. And you know what? I think this is a good spot for Gonzaga. I like Gonzaga here on the road, even though they're a little upset. Plus 3.5. Well, I think it went from 4.5. It's down to 3.5. I think. What are we taking there for?
We have, where is it? We got +3, but you could buy it up to 4, 4.5, 5. So
I take the 3. I take the 3. I like Gonzaga here. Did I give you that Baylor game?
Yeah, you got Baylor. You sent this out a couple days ago. Baylor and Kansas today, Joey. Who do you like in that one?
When I sent that out, that was on Friday. Baylor was 2.5.
Yeah.
Now this line, that's why I sent it out early. There was information coming in, and this line is up to 5.5. I see it hitting 6.
Wow.
Kansas is on the road. They're not a good team on the road, and they're not a good 3-point shooting team. They don't defend the 3 good. I mean, great coach, but this they got some key injuries there. Baylor at home is tough. We lost a tough one last week with Baylor.
Yeah.
Up by 3, 4 seconds left at the free throw line. All you got to do is make the 1 in the game.
Yep.
And then we lose the total going into overtime, and then dogs go to die in OT. But I like the Bears today. Baylor Bears at home against the banged up Kansas team. Go Baylor.
Nice. Kenny's referring to you, Joey. Great point on the home court advantage. And he says, be careful, boys. St. Mary's is undefeated and beat Gonzaga in Gonzaga the last time they faced. So
There's the revenge spot.
there you go.
And here comes the revenge spot.
Yeah, Gonzaga played well against San Francisco the other day. I watched that game, and they are rising. Their stock is hot right now. It's weird that you see a top 25 team like on the bubble. That doesn't really make any sense. But I guess due to their conference, they don't really have much.
They want them in too, and they want St. John's. They want St. John's and Gonzaga to play the playing game.
That would be a phenomenal first 4 game. Yeah.
Unless Michigan State gets in. But
it might be there too.
What's going on with Michigan? Let's get to your team right there.
Dude, Joey,
they blew a 10-point lead last week with 4
We have been such a mess recently. We lost back-to-back games against Iowa and Ohio State, both at home, which is really bad for our resume. And both of these teams aren't projected to make the tournament. So those are 2 bad losses. Now we're going into the Dungeons layer today at Purdue at Mackey. I haven't even checked the spread yet. I think we're probably a double-digit underdog.
I think it's 10 or 11.
10 or 11, yeah. So that's such a tough environment to play at. Edie's playing like an absolute beast. So I don't know how we're going to stop him, but we're projected like a 9 or a 10 seed right now in like bracketology and the whole projections. If we don't get our act together, we could be either a play-in team, one of the last 4 teams in, or if we keep losing, we're on the verge of not even making the tournament. So we gotta really get our act together.
What's going? You usually having a hard time closing out games at the end.
Yeah, we are.
Is that a coach? Is that the coach?
Well, yeah, I think part of it's I don't understand his rotations sometimes. We had a crazy 5-star McDonald's All-American recruit in Xavier Booker, and he barely got any playing time. The fan base was screaming, play the kid, play the kid. And Izzo's like, no, he's not ready yet. You know, he needs to develop. He comes into the game against Ohio State. He starts hitting threes left and right. He made a crazy couple blocks, and then he takes them out the entire second half, and then we lose on a buzzer beater to Ohio State. So is he going to play him more today? Who knows? But yeah, it's frustrating because this team, Joey, was number 4. We were number 4 in the country to start the season, and now we might not even make the tournament. So it's just frustrating as a basketball and a Spartan fan. So
and that's a college institution. Michigan State is a college basketball institution.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So we'll see what happens. I mean, we might shock everybody and pull off the crazy upset. You know, we start hitting threes left and right, but I mean, we need to win badly in these next couple of games. So we'll see. We got Big East Country, Joey, Marquette, and Creighton today.
Yeah, got some word that the Marquette guard, one of the best in the country, it's a game time decision, but I heard he's not going to play.
Okay.
So jump on the Blue Jays right now before that line kicks up.
Yeah.
6 or 6.5. It's around 4.5. Lay it with the Creighton Blue Jays. I mean, St. John's got them last week, but Creighton's a dangerous team. If they could hit their shots, they're a dangerous team, Creighton.
Yeah.
Look out for them in the tournament also.
For sure. Big East Country again, Villanova and Providence.
Yeah, Villanova is on a downslide. They're not the same team without Jay Wright and without the superstars that they always had. Providence is a tough place to play. And Providence has been playing tough all year. They, even with their injuries, I like Providence laying the 2.5 or 2 here in this game, or even the money line. Go Friars.
Nice. And I think that's all we got for all the college basketball games in the slate today, Joey.
There's some games. There's a couple of games out there that we didn't, we're not on. We didn't have any lean on. But New Mexico lost 2 in a row. They were everybody's darling. Kenny was on them in the beginning of the year. They better get their act together. They won't get in if they don't start winning games and making some noise. They're not going to get in. They're not a blue blood where it's Gonzaga, we're going to get them in. It's Michigan State, we're going to get them in. New Mexico ain't a blue blood. They'll close the door right on them.
Right. We got a couple comments from Kenny. He says, what does he got? He says, how about these two plays, Joey? Wisconsin at home -3. Oh, and then he's also liking Providence as well.
Yeah, the Wisconsin game. A couple of shops are on the Wisconsin game. They like the Badgers. The Badgers been on a little losing streak, and they're coming home. This should be a get right spot for them. But Illinois, right? What's Illinois could score, right? Carson, 8
Yeah,
out of their last 10 games have been going over the total.
yeah,
But a
they're a
good
top
spot here
15
for
team.
Wisconsin at home. The
Mm-hmm.
only thing that worries me, it's senior day. You know, are they gonna?
Right.
Everybody gets their name called, and are they gonna be ready to play when it's to tip off? Badges. The only thing with the Badges, their offense, they're like stapled to the ground.
Yeah.
Slow moving, and but I like Badges. I like Badges at home. I lean Badges in this game, laying the 3, or even getting it to the money line if you're going to put in a parlay. The Badgers. This is going to be a back and forth game, but
Mm-hmm.
I lean Badgers, Wisconsin.
Kenny's thinking his best bet tonight is Washington State -7 over UCLA. Any
Uh,
play on that, Joey, or any news?
you know what? I think that's a little too many points.
Yeah.
Given UCLA 7. I mean, Washington State's been playing really good. They might be a dangerous team once the tournament comes because they're playing good.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't want to lay 7 here against UCLA.
Kenny's also he's taking my Spartans plus 10.5. Let's go, Kenny. Hopefully they can pull it off. He says, let's go to church, Joey. Give me the Friars and the Gales in a parlay. And he's also saying New Mexico's in trouble.
And I got a horse today at Aqueduct in the 10th race at Aqueduct. The 3 horse. It's the trainer's Christopher Clement. So he's 9-2. So it's called the Gotham. It's a big race.
Nice.
At Aqueduct. It's the 3 horse in the 10th race at the Big A.
Nice.
And I got a UFC fight. There's a guy named Pickett.
Okay.
Yeah, like a guy named Pickett tonight fighting. So that's another one. And we got a big game in the NHL tonight for my New York Rangers going up to Toronto, Hockey Night in Canada. Rangers and the Toronto Maple Leafs original 6 matchup.
There you go. Yeah, Joey, both of our hockey teams have been doing okay. Your Rangers.
You got a big game tonight? You got a big game today, right?
Yeah,
Panthers?
we play the
Panthers.
crap. What do we play? Is it the Panthers?
Panthers.
I gotta check. Yeah, is it Panthers? Okay. Yeah.
Panthers are hot right now. That's a dangerous team. They made it to the Stanley Cup last year. That's a team you don't want to play in the playoffs. They're built for the playoffs. They're built for 5-on-5.
Yeah.
So that's
Kenny's saying degenerate time. Let's go pick it. I'm watching UFC tonight. Says
there
Kenny.
you go.
Nice. Joey, any final thoughts on the games today as a whole before we wrap it up?
There's any other thing you want to talk about? Any other games out there that catch your eye that you want to talk about? Is there
let me fire it up here. Let me see. What do we got for top 25?
You got Kentucky's playing today.
Kentucky's playing today. Arkansas. Kentucky's 13.5.
Yeah, that's a lot of points.
Yeah, that kind of scares me.
Yeah.
What else?
Let me tell you something. The most talented team in the country is Kentucky.
Yeah.
They got 7 NBA guys on that team. But the only thing I worry about is the coach.
Right.
You got to be able to close the game out. Can they draw up a play at the end of the game? These kids are talented, but when the tournament comes, you know what? The coaches are very important in the tournament.
Number 1 team, Houston's going to Oklahoma. They're laying 6.5. Do you like that number, or is it weird with Oklahoma? They're home dogs, so that scares. Home dog in college basketball scares the hell out of me.
Absolutely, yeah, absolutely. And St. John's is off till Wednesday. They play DePaul, and then they close out with Georgetown. That's and the Knicks are banged up. The Knicks are banged up. They're having a hard time winning a game.
Mm-hmm.
In the NBA, what do you say? You see anything in the NBA you like?
NBA. Again, it's so hard to tell because there's injuries that happen 10 minutes before tip off. There's a big one, Nuggets and Lakers. Lakers are -1.5.
Wow.
That's a crazy line to me. I mean,
yeah, it's you right away. You want to
there's
go to
got
the
to be
window
some.
bet Nuggets. You want to
Yeah,
go bet
somebody's
Nuggets.
got to be hurt on the Nuggets because that's a very
Oh yeah, he might
vicious
not be
line.
playing. Yeah, he's a question. This is the problem with the NBA. You don't
Yeah.
know who's playing until like half hour before the game. That's why
Mhm.
I don't give out any NBA. When I give one out, like last Sunday, I gave out the Bucks. I gave that as a monster play, and they
Right.
routed the 76ers.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, Joey, I forgot. So I have a player futures award prop. It's a three-legger. It pays 100 to 1. It's Jokic for MVP. It's Tyrese Maxey for most improved player, and it's crap. What was the third one? I gotta pull up the third one. There was a third one though. I cannot think of the guy's name right now. It's drawing a blank on me. Oh, Victor for Rookie of the Year. And it pays 100 to 1, and they're all the front runners right now.
Yeah,
Jokic is the only
wow.
one that's kind of sketchy, but Maxey and Victor should win their awards, and then
Oh yeah,
Jokic is a must.
Maxey's been playing unbelievable.
Yeah, so
He's
I'll
been
send that
he's
to you
been
later.
he's been he's been the go-to guy for that team.
Yeah,
I got some futures in
sure.
some NBA, some MLB, some baseball futures for
Yeah.
people out there that are interested. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. for home runs in the American League, and Pete Alonso for the
Mm,
National League home run, and to lead the to the National League in home runs, Pete Alonso,
nice.
and the major leagues, and for strikeouts. I like this kid a lot. He pitched 84 innings last year for the Indians. He was a rookie, but he struck out 104 5 guys.
Mm,
Uh, McKenzie. McKenzie's his name. He's a
gotcha.
pitcher for the Indians. Yeah. I think you get him at 101 for most strikeouts.
Nice.
And for saves, I like the guy, I think his name's Munez for Seattle. Seattle's my team this year. I think they got the best pitching staff in baseball from 1 through 5. The only thing is their bats. Oh, we might be getting something coming
Oh,
in.
snap. Kenny's also saying my manager for the
Sports.
Tigers, manager of the year. There
Yeah.
you go, Kenny.
Okay. I'm on. Okay, you got it, buddy. All right. Bye.
This is live footage from Joey Clams getting
We
information.
got another. We got another horse at Gulfstream in the 13th race. The horse's name is Locked.
Lock, nice.
Yeah, the 13th at Gulfstream. There was a little horseplay there.
There
For all
you
you horse degenerates out there. Everybody go make the donation. I'll be heading over there in a little bit.
I know it's kind of a little bit of ways, Joey, but you got a golfer in the Masters this year you like, or is that still too far away for you?
It's a little far, but this week for this there was one going on this week. Daniel Berger, somebody gave me to play, but I'm gonna have a couple. Yeah, I'm gonna have a couple of guys for the Masters. We'll have some long shots, and
Yeah,
we'll put something together. You play the top 10, top 5, and
sure.
yeah. Oh, that's good. Let me tell you something. Betting golf is great
Yeah.
because
Yeah,
every guy
I
you
I
root
haven't had much
because
success with it, but I'll learn from you this
I
year,
hit a
Joey.
couple of times. It was
Yeah.
good. And when you watch it, because everybody that's golfing, you need, except for your guy or a couple of guys you got, you're rooting against them. So you yell
Right.
miss like in Caddyshack, miss it.
Yep. That's too funny. But yeah, that's all we got for you guys today on the show. Appreciate Joey and everybody watching, Kenny for stopping in. And yeah, we'll see you guys next Saturday. We're gonna get into the conference tournaments. That'll be fun, Joey.
Let's go. Pay to play.
Nice. See you guys. Peace out. Oh, Kurt's chiming in last second. What's up, Kurt?
Oh, there's my man, Kurt.
How you doing, Kurt? Yeah, we're just talking about your St. Johnny's. We're hoping that MSU and St. John's can both make it. There's a possibility we're just talking about, Kurt. There's a possibility if State keeps falling and St. John's keeps rising, there's a chance they could play in the first 4. So we'll see. That'd be a crazy game. We would be all over each other.
Well, you know what? See in this tournament, not like the football playoffs. This tournament, you could bring a team in. Hey, you know what? So let's bring in Michigan State. It'll be good TV. Let's bring in St. John's. It'll be
Right.
good TV.
And
You got
I was
60.
just
You got
telling
60.
Kurt the same thing on our show Wednesday. I'm like, there's some bias. If you have a pretty well-known coach, they're going to put him in for ratings compared to you know, a lower school who isn't that big of eye appeal. So it's not fair, but that's just the reality of it. They're going to put the best matchups possible for the best ratings.
Yeah,
So
listen, it's 64, 68 teams that you got going there. It's not 4 teams where someone
right.
like a Florida State's gonna get like shunned. The team that's gonna get shunned is like I said, New Mexico is not a blue blood.
Hmm.
And you know what? Rick Pitino and Gonzaga and
Yeah,
Michigan State and Izzo, that's what college basketball is all about.
that would be a great
So
match.
if you got to get
Yeah,
them in, you know what? No big deal. It's not like it's football. 4 teams
right.
that somebody's really going home distraught. You know?
Exactly. Yep,
Yeah.
for
So and
sure.
people want to see that. That's who they go to see. They want to see that.
For sure.
Let's
But yeah,
go,
guys,
Johnnies.
go Johnny's. Appreciate you guys stopping in, and good luck today, and we'll see you guys again next week.
All right.